Hello everyone, I'm Caryn and welcome to today's Twist and Balance Yoga Flow. So today we're going to be working through some deep twisting poses as well as working on some balancing postures which will help in our strength, which ultimately helps our flexibility. So today we're just going to be using 2 blocks. You don't need them, but if you would like to bring them into your practice for additional support to give you that additional lift, then you can definitely bring those in today. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started laying on our backs today. So making your way to your mat, coming to lay down, extending the legs out long, release the arms alongside. And just take a few moments here to settle in. You can shake the head from side to side, releasing the feet, maybe opening and closing the fingers. And allow yourself to release any energy, any movement as you begin to settle into stillness, tuning into the breath, turning the spotlight inward, softening, perhaps closing the eyes here. And taking a full deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth, let it all go. Let's do that again. Deep, full inhale, expanding belly to chest. And exhale, release fully. Last round, full, deep inhale, maybe the biggest one you've taken all day. And exhale, release. Begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Cultivating that ujjayi breath, if that is in your practice. A deep, fiery breath within. A slight constriction at the back of the throat. It should sound like ocean waves. As if you're trying to fog up a mirror, but the lips are sealed. On your next inhale, drawing your right knee in towards your chest. And you can just gently move the knee from side to side, opening in the right hip. And then finding stillness. Take a deep inhale here, pressing the knee in towards you. And on the exhale, sending it across the body over to the left side. You can send the gaze over the right shoulder. Breathing here into your supine twist. Inhale brings you back through center. Squeezing the knee in. And then exhale, release, send it long. Bring the left knee in this time. And you can rock from side to side here. Maybe drawing little circles with the knees. Opening into the left hip. Take a deep, full breath in. And on the exhale, send it over to the right side, crossing the body, and then sending the gaze over to the left. Breathe here. Allowing your exhales to soften you in. Inhale brings you back. Hugging the right knee in to meet the left. Squeezing in, drawing circles here with the knees in one direction. And then change the direction of your circles. Releasing the sacrum, the low back. Coming to stillness, beginning to rock up and down along the spine. Take a couple of rocks here, just massaging the back body. Becoming playful. And then rolling over the knees, making your way into a tabletop position. Stacking the wrists below the shoulders, the knees below the hips. Tuck the toes here. Spreading the fingers wide, engaging the lower belly. Pressing into the space between the shoulder blades, creating a slight dome in the upper back area. Gazing softly to the mat. Bring length through the entire back body. Take a deep inhale as you drop the belly. Shine the heart forward. Lift the gaze. Exhale to round the spine, drawing the navel in. Allow the crown of the head to fall. Really press into that space between the shoulder blades here. Begin to move with your breath. Inhale, drops the belly. And exhale, rounds the spine. Taking a couple more. Bringing any other movement in that might feel good. Maybe wiggling the hips from side to side. And let's meet with a nice flat spine. On your next inhale, reaching that right arm up towards the sky. On your exhale, threading it through under the left arm, coming onto that right shoulder. Crawling the left fingertips above the head. Breathing here, and then I'll thread the needle pose. And then you have a couple of options here. Keeping the back toes tucked, you can reach that left hand behind the back body over towards the right hip. And you can hold here and breathe. Feeling a deep stretch in our right shoulder. Maybe you wish to play with balance today, beginning to lift that left leg up towards the sky, pointing the toes. Breathing wherever you choose to be. And if you lifted the leg, releasing it back down. If you took the bind, release the left hand down. On your next inhale, sweep the right arm high. Exhale, hand meets the mat. Let's take it through the opposite side. Inhale, reaches left arm high. And exhale, threads it through. Coming onto the left shoulder this time. Crawling the right hand above the head. And then choosing on this side, if you wish to maybe play or stay. Maybe reaching the right hand behind the back body over towards the left hip. Maybe lifting that right leg this time, pointing the toes. Breathing wherever you are. And when you're ready, releasing the knee down. Unwinding right hand plants. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, hand to the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. On the exhale, round through the spine. Begin to hover the knees off the mat. And press the hips up high, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Bending into the knees. Swaying the hips from side to side. Maybe shaking the head yes, shaking it no. Releasing any tension. And then gently finding your way to stillness. Sinking the hips. Sinking the heels, not the hips. Reach those hips up high. Sink the heels low. Pressing firmly through the hands. Lengthening through the spine. Gently tucking the pelvis. Gently drawing the chin towards the chest. Inhale to gaze forward. On your exhale, begin to tiptoe the feet all the way up to meet the hands. Meeting at the top of our mat. Deep bend in the knees here, grabbing a hold of opposite elbows. Allow the crown of the head to fall, adding a gentle sway from side to side. Breathing. Releasing your bind, planting that left hand beneath the chest. Right arm sweeps out and open. Fingertips reach towards the sky, bending deeply into that left knee, straightening through the right, twisting the upper body. Feels comfortable here to gaze upward. Releasing right hand down. Switch side, left arm sweeps out and open, deep bend in the right knee this time, straightening through the left. And if it feels comfortable to gaze up towards that top hand. Breathe here, allowing each exhale to twist you a little deeper. Releasing the left hand down. Inhale, hands to shins, lift and lengthen the spine, peeking over the front of your mat. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up high, palms to touch. Maybe finding a little back bend here, open the chest. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hinge to fold forward, bend the knees, relax the neck. Inhale, hands to shins, creating a nice flat back. Planting the hands, exhale as you step back high to low plank. Option to drop those knees as you lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here, breathing. As we move through today's flow, if at any time you wish to skip your vinyasa, the high to low plank, please feel free to do so. Knowing always that this is your practice, tuning in to what feels good today. In your downward facing dog, begin to press weight into the right hand, reaching the left fingertips back towards the right ankle. Twist as you gaze under the right armpit. Breathe here. Release the bind. Left hand plants. Press firmly. Right hand reaches for that left ankle. Twisting under the left armpit. And gently release. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Press the palms together, reach the fingertips. Exhale, hinge to fold. Releasing the body over the knees. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Hugging the elbows in close to the body. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full deep breaths here. In and out through the nose. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach the fingertips up high. Exhale, hinge to fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, hop, step, or jump back through your vinyasa. Hug those elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down facing dog. 2 more deep, full breaths here. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bring the big toes to touch. Sinking the hips down, sitting in your imaginary chair. Inhale, reaches the arms up high. Sinking low. Sending the weight back into the heels. Seeing if you can lift all 10 toes here. Sink a little lower, reach a little higher, lift the gaze. Deep, full inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Right leg sweeps the sky. On the exhale, stepping between the palms. Left heel drops, left toes turn out slightly. Inhale, warrior one. Sink low. Drop the shoulders. Softening the face, the jaw. Reach through the fingertips. Bend a little deeper into the right knee. Begin to cactus the arms as you open the chest. Release here to find a bind. Interlacing the fingers behind the lower back. Inhale as you press the knuckles down, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale to hinge, folding forward, keeping that bind. Bringing the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Noticing here if your right hip went out slightly, just bringing it back in. Still firm in your foundation, pressing through the feet. Release the bind. Planting the left hand on the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches out to the side, twisting open. Hugging that right knee in towards the chest. If it's uncomfortable on your back foot, you can come onto the ball of the left foot here. Breathe deeply. Releasing right hand down. Stepping it back into your plank and then flowing it through. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg sweeps the sky, inhale. Exhale as you step between the palms. Right toes turn out, right heel drops. Inhale brings you up, warrior one. Sinking here. Squaring the hips towards the front of the room. Drop the shoulders. Reach through the fingertips. And soften the face. Begin to cactus the arms, open the chest. Release here to find a bind. Bring your opposite thumb on top. Inhale as you press the knuckles down, open the chest. And then exhale, hinge to fold. Humble warrior. Bringing the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Noticing if the left hip goes out, just gently bringing it back in. Breathe here. Releasing the bind. Right hand plants the inside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Hugging the left knee in towards the chest. Pivoting on the ball of the right foot if it's uncomfortable. Lifting the right heel. Twisting open. Release that left hand down. And then stepping it back, flowing it through. High to low plank. Let's meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big toes to touch. Sink the hips, reach the arms up high, sitting in our imaginary chair pose. Reach the arms up high, sink a little lower. Deep, full inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale to lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Making our way into our downward facing dog. Right leg sweeps the sky. Exhale as you step between the palms. Drop the left knee here. Keep the back toes tucked. And on your next inhale, reach the arms up high. So really sinking into the hips here. Drop the shoulders. On your next exhale, twisting open to the right. So moving from the midline, dropping the arms, reaching the fingertips to opposite ends of the mat. Still hugging that right knee in towards the chest. Allowing each exhale to twist you a little deeper. Release that right hand to the back of the left thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Sink a little deeper into the hips. Breathe here. Finding that deep, strong Ujjayi breath. Engaging the core. From here, we're going to lift through the back knee. So squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Strong in the feet as you press up. Still staying in this arch. Reaching the left fingertips back. Reaching the arms to opposite ends of the mat. And then twisting, coming back into our high lunge. Lifting up through the left heel. Reach the fingertips high, sinking into that right knee. Deep inhale here. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Pivoting, dropping that left heel. Maybe perhaps widening your stance. Sinking in, bending the right knee. Drop the shoulders and softening the gaze over that right hand. Deep, full inhale. Exhale, hold. Begin to straighten through the right leg. Reach the right fingertips forward and then release that right hand down. Coming into our triangle pose, left arm reaches up towards the sky. And you can keep your fingertips on the mat, maybe bringing the hands to the ankle, the shin, even a block here in the front of, inside of the right foot. Twisting open. And if it feels comfortable to lift the gaze. On your exhale, releasing the left hand down. And this is a great place to use your block. Planting the left hand on the left block. Twisting the right arm up towards the sky. Noticing if that right hip goes out. Hugging it back in. Finding our revolve triangle. Deep, full breathing. On your exhale, releasing the right hand down. You can remove your block off to the side. Open up into your triangle pose one more time. Rebending into that right knee, reaching, find warrior two. Sink a little lower. Reach the right fingertips forward, flip the palm. Inhale as you trace the sky with the right fingertips. Left hand to the back of the left thigh. Reverse warrior. Still bending into the right knee, opening through the right side body. On your next exhale, find extended side angle. Right elbow to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. So a straight line from fingertips to toes, palm to face down. And then here we got options. So you can choose to stay. Maybe you reach that left hand behind the back body, reaching for the right hip. Twisting the heart open towards the sky here. Maybe that right hand reaches underneath the right thigh, reaching for a bind with the fingertips. Perhaps you stay here. If you wish to move into bird of paradise, you're going to step that left foot up to meet the right. Holding onto your bind with the fingertips, becoming light on the right toes. Allow the inhale to bring you up. Standing firmly in that left leg. Pressing the heart forward. And then you can stay, you can extend that right leg. You can keep it hugged in. Pressing the heart forward, hips forward. Gently releasing that out the same way you came in. Right foot drops. Stepping the left foot back. Releasing into your extended side angle pose. Deep full inhale here. Exhale, releasing both hands down. Coming onto the fingertips, pivoting on the ball of the left foot. On your next inhale, lifting the left leg up high. So you can choose to stay here. You can use your blocks to give you that additional lift. Maybe staying in a supported warrior 3, toes point down. Maybe you begin to fold, curling the left fingertips up to the top left corner of the mat. Right hand reaches for the right ankle behind the right ankle and folding, pointing the left toes. Finding our standing splits, breathing into this balance. And exhale, releasing left foot to meet the right. Bringing the feet to a hip width distance. Using your 2 peace fingers to take a hold around the big toes. Take a deep breath and lift the chest, lengthen the spine. And exhale, begin to fold. You can have a bend in the knees here. Allow the crown of the head to fall. And really focusing here on using the fingertips to draw you deeper, pressing the toes into the mat. Opposing forces here. Releasing the bind. Inhale to lift the chest, lengthen the spine. And exhale to flow through your vinyasa, high slow plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful yogis. Now you know what to expect. We're going to take the same sequence through the left side. Inhale, sweeping the left leg high. And exhale, step it through the palms. And drop the right knee. Back toes tucked. Allow the inhale to bring you up. Sinking into the hips here. And drop the shoulders. On your next exhale, twisting open to the left this time. Fingertips reaching towards opposite ends of the mat. Hugging that right knee still in towards the chest. Releasing left hand to the back of the right thigh this time. Right arm reaches back and over. Breathe here. And then begin to engage the core, squeeze the inner thighs towards one another as you begin to lift off through that right knee. Still staying here, reaching back, feeling that stretch through the entire right side of the body. And then coming out the same way you came in. Fingertips reaching towards opposite ends. Inhale into your high lunge. Beautiful, lifting through the right heel, drop the shoulders, sinking into that left knee. Deep full inhale here. Exhale, open up warrior 2. So adjusting your stance as necessary, widening the legs, bending into the left knee, arms extending wide, drop the shoulders, and softening the gaze over the left hand. Beautiful deep breath here. As you inhale, begin to straighten through the left leg. Left fingertips reach forward and then release that left hand down. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Choosing your options here, hand to the mat, hand to the shin, ankle block, whichever feels good for you today. Knowing that both sides of our body are completely different, just listening and honoring where we are today. On your next exhale, releasing the right hand down. Great place to grab the block, placing it to the inside of the left foot, and then twist open to the left, reaching that left arm high. Hugging the left hip in. A revolved triangle here. Noticing that you have to breathe a little deeper in these twists, really using the breath as your guide. Gently release to come out. Left hand comes back down. Can set the block off to the side, reaching that right arm back towards the sky. Find our triangle pose. And then release the gaze, re-bending into that left knee, finding our warrior 2 pose. Sink in. Reach the left fingertips forward, flip the palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Bring your right hand to the back of the right thigh. Bending deeply into the left side. And exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Straight line through the right side, fingertips to toes. Using the leverage of the left elbow to press the heart, twisting open. And then we have our options here. Option to stay or option to play. Maybe wrapping the right hand behind the body towards the left thigh, left hip. Staying here, twisting open. Maybe finding our bind, tucking and dropping the left hand underneath the left thigh, interlacing the fingers. Option to stay. Or maybe finding our bird of paradise balance, bending into the right knee, pressing it up to the front of the mat. Becoming steady, pressing firmly onto the right foot, light through the left. On the inhale, begin to rise. Beautiful. And then pressing your heart forward, engage the standing leg. Option to lift that left leg out to the side. Breathing here. And then mindfully coming out the same way you came in. Releasing the left foot down. Stepping the right foot back. Holding here. Releasing slowly. Find that extended side angle one more time. Deep full inhale here. And releasing both hands to the mat. Pivoting onto the ball of the right foot. Lifting that right leg off the mat. So choosing, maybe you just take a supported warrior 3 here. Or if you wish to take your standing splits, you can crawl the right fingertips off to the right top corner. And then use the left hand as leverage behind the left ankle to fold inwards. Engage the right glutes. Pointing the toes, reaching them up high. Remember to breathe. Know that shaking is strength building. Releasing the right foot down to meet the left. Bringing the feet to a hip width distance here. And then stepping onto the palms. So bringing the toes up towards the wrist creases. You can wiggle the toes here, giving it a little wrist massage. And then find stillness. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. You can have a bend in the knees here. Really pressing the feet into the palms. And then pulling the palms as if you want to remove them from underneath the feet. Allowing that opposing force to draw you deeply into this fold. Inhale gently to rise. Release the bind. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reaching up tall, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge to fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep, full breath in. And full exhale. Inhale to gaze forward. Exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big toes to touch. Sink the hips, finding our chair pose. Reach the arms up high. Squeezing the knees in towards one another. Take a peek down and make sure that your knees are not extending over the big toes. Bring them back. Sink the hips low, reach high. Hands meet at heart center. As you inhale, lift and lengthen the chest. And as you exhale, twisting to the right. Hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Palms pressing in towards one another. Take a peek and make sure that that left knee hasn't popped out. Hugging it back in. Squeeze the inner thighs, gazing over the right shoulder. Sink the hips low, inhale, chair pose. Holding here. Feeling those inner thighs, burning. Hands meet at heart center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist to the left this time. Hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Palms pressing firmly. Checking in with the knee, hugging it in. And then gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale to come back through the center, find your chair pose. And exhale, fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale, fold. And inhale, roots rise, reach it up high. Exhale, hands through heart center. Beautiful. Coming into a standing balancing posture. Shifting the weight over onto the left foot. So really engage that standing leg, engage the thigh by lifting the left knee. And then hands to hips, hugging the right knee in towards the chest. Flexing the toes here, engage. And then you have a couple of options to twist open. You can grab that left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand reaches behind you, or you can grab to the outside of the left foot or right foot with the left hand, extending that right leg long, gazing over the right shoulder. Breathing here. Gently coming back through center, keeping that right knee hugged in, reaching the arms up tall, extending that right leg out long in front of you, point the toes. Hold and breathe and hold. Lift that right leg a little higher, drop the shoulders, and release. Hands to heart center, shaking the legs. Let's take it through the opposite side. Shifting the weight onto the right foot this time, engage the standing leg. Hands to hips as you lift the left knee in towards the chest. Flex the toes. And then begin to twist open. Option right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Reaching, twisting back, or maybe grabbing a hold of the outside or the big toe of the left foot, extending out towards the front of the mat, reaching that left arm long, twisting open. And gently coming back through center, keeping that left leg lifted. Inhale, reach the arms up high, extending the left leg long, point the toes. Breathe. Hugging in, gentle tuck in the pelvis here, reaching the arms up long, and then exhale, release, hands to heart center, shake it out. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, hinge to fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high, slow plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as you sweep that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, coming through, settling into your pigeon pose. Right knee to right wrist. Extending the left leg long. Sinking here into the hips. Taking a moment here as you stay lifted. Take a deep, full inhale. And as you exhale, gently begin to fold. Breathing here. Sinking into the hips. And perhaps not diving into your deepest variation, maybe just taking a moment to allow the body to softly sink in. Maybe when you're ready, moving a little deeper, creating a little pillow with the palms. And turning the face towards the right side. Breathing here as you sink here. Moving from our more active postures, strength building, where we're really focused on the posture and the breath. Allow these still and soft poses to allow you to release and sink in, letting go. Perhaps even coming back to that natural rhythm of the breath. Inhale gently to rise. Shifting the weight onto the right hip, extending the left leg out long in front of you. Flexing the left toes. Hug the right knee, the right foot into the left inner thigh. Inhale to reach up high. And exhale to fold. Breathe here. You can have a little bend in that left knee, assisting you in your fold. Allow the head to hang heavy. Expanding the stretch through the entire back body. Inhale gently to lift. Bringing that left hand underneath the right arm, reaching for that right knee. Right hand comes to the outside of the left foot. Deep breath in. And exhale, you twist yourself through, gazing underneath the right armpit. Using the left hand as leverage to draw you deeper. Breathing here into the right side body. And slowly release. Extending the right leg long, left knee hugs in, and then left foot comes to the right inner thigh. Flex the right toes as you inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Holding onto the foot, the ankle, the shin. Allowing the upper body to grow heavy. Releasing. Inhale gently to lift up. Bringing the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Right hand reaches under the left arm for that left knee. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist, pulling yourself under the left armpits. Using that right hand as leverage, still flexing in the right toes. Breathing into the left side body. And slowly coming back through center, releasing the bind. And from here, we're going to shift our weight over onto the left hip, extending that right leg back, finding ourselves in our pigeon on the opposite side. So taking a moment here, setting yourself up. And taking a deep inhale, lifting, lengthening. And as you exhale, allowing yourself to gently move into a fold. Taking a few breaths here. As you gently fold down, perhaps coming all the way down, creating a little pillow with the palms. Maybe the gaze goes to the left this time. Breathing as you sink and settle into your pigeon pose. Inhale, prepare to lift. Walking the hands back in. And then shifting the weight over onto the left hip, extending both legs out long in front of you. And reaching the feet out, flexing the toes, getting the seat bones grounded, removing the juicy bits, getting settled. Lengthening through the spine, reaching up high, inhale. And exhale as you hinge to fold forward. Reaching for the feet, the ankles, the shins. Wherever you choose to be, perhaps bringing a little bend into the knees, assisting your chest to thigh, folding the head forward, feeling that stretch move through the entire back body, and folding, releasing, moving into this more still side of our practice. Inhale gently to rise. Walking the hands back long. Reaching the arms out long in front of you. Creating a C curve in the spine. And then releasing all the way down onto the back body. Adjusting yourself on your mat. I feel like I always move around so much on my mat. Release the arms long. Taking a cleansing, releasing breath. And hugging both knees in towards the chest. Coming into a tiny bit of core work. Extending both legs up long towards the ceiling. Flexing the toes back towards you. Releasing your arms alongside. And from here, bring the heels together, toes turned outward. You can have a little bend in the knees here, that's totally fine. And you can have your hands beneath your hips for additional support, that works too. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, allow the feet to fall 30. A deep inhale here, still pressing the lower back into the mat. Exhale, release another 30. Deep inhale. Exhale, release another 30. And then inhale, release, bring it back up through center, still flexing those toes. Heels out this time, toes in, deep breath in. Exhale, release a third of the way. Deep inhale. Exhale, release another third. Deep inhale. Exhale, release to a hover, hold. Inhale, bring it back up through center and hug the knees into the chest. Release from side to side. And keeping that right knee hugged in, extending the left leg out long. Hugging the knee in towards the chest. And from here, taking a hold of the outer edge of the right foot, finding a half happy baby, maybe even just behind that right thigh, whichever feels good for you. And then using the left hand, gently pressing that left hip down. So right hand uses the leverage to open that right hip, while gently pressing the left hip down with the left hand. And take a deep, full breath in here. And on your exhale, crossing that right knee over the body. You can use your left hand gently to rest upon the right thigh. Right arm extends out long. And if it feels comfortable in the neck, to gaze over the right shoulder. A final twist here. Releasing the body, preparing for rest. Inhale brings you back. And extend the right leg out long. Left knee hugs in. And then reaching for whatever grasp feels good for you for your half happy baby. And then using the left hand to draw that left hip open. Right hand comes to rest on the right thigh, right hip. Gently pressing down. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, allowing the left knee to cross over the body towards the right side. Left arm extends long. Right hand to the top of the left thigh. Breathing here into our final twist. Inhale to come back through center. And extend that left leg out long. And taking a moment to gently settle in. I invite you here to bring your right hand to your belly and your left to your chest. Feeling the rise and fall with each inhale and each exhale. Allowing yourself a few moments of rest. I'll guide you out when it's time to go. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out, sink in, dissolving into the bliss that is Shavasana. Take a full deep breath in. And exhale, release. Drawing in gentle movement back to the body, wriggling the fingers and the toes. Eventually reaching those arms up long overhead, stretching, expanding your entire body like you've just woken up. And then exhale, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And when you're ready, gently make your way up into a comfortable seat. Still with a soft gaze, perhaps closing in the eyes. And gently bringing the hands together at heart center. Let's take one final deep breath in together. Inhale fully. And exhale, release. Noticing how you feel. Noticing the gratitude that sits within for your practice and for sharing this practice with others. The love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in each and every one of you. Namaste.